What's up, good people? Let's get it. Welcome to Design Love, inspiration, ideas, and solutions for folks who love interior design. This is the Wind Down Wednesday edition of the pre launch of my new show. I am so glad you joined me for another week of fun. Now, make sure you watch last week's show where we talked about how to mix patterns and textures to help make your home timeless. Now, everyone comes from a family, whether by birth or by choice, and we experience the influence of our families, beliefs, traditions, and ideologies. But there's another influence that our family and even our friends can have on us, and that's how our home looks. No matter if I lived in an apartment or a home that I purchased, I always made sure to have something with meaning and age, some specialness and uniqueness in my space, including legacy pieces. It's a great way to separate yourself from that matchy trend that's, happens now and then out there. Maybe you're asking yourself, but Denise, how the heck do I do that? Now, don't worry, I got you. I am going to share some great stuff tonight. In fact, in this episode, I'm sharing inspiration, ideas, and solutions to help you incorporate and honor your family's legacy inherited pieces into your home. Because, hey, I created this show for people just like you to help you design, to help you solve your design problems and solve them quickly. Now, listen, real quick. Do something real quick. Hit that share button. Share this show with your community. I know that they will appreciate it. Your friends and family who curious about interior design, or they say, I have that DIY spirit. Share this show with them. And drop your state in the comment section below. I show some love. I would love to know where you're joining me from. Hey, what's going on? Lovely to see you there. Now, there's an art to creating an attractive home at an affordable price. And my promise is to make interior design accessible to everyone. Through my boutique firm, we make design accessible because everybody deserves a custom on a budget experience. For every project, small or large, I help my clients keep the Furaha principles top of mind. Number one, honor yourself, fill your home with things that you love. Number two, treat yourself better than company. And three, include meaning and age beside yourself inside your home. Four, don't settle for, oh, that's good enough, because you know what? It never is. And last, allow joy to have permanent residence in your life. I am Denise Joy, designer, artist, and creator of the Furaha method of joyful design. By the way, Furaha means joyful in Swahili. And this is the Wind Down Wednesday edition of Design Love. So every time I say design, you got to take a tiny sip of your beverage of choice. Oh, there it is. Boom. I said it now. Sip, sip, y'all. So also, if you have an idea for a show, let me know. Drop it in the comments. I really, really would appreciate it. And make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you're watching this replay on another platform, go to www.customonabudget.com and hit subscribe so you don't miss a single episode. All right, first up, legacy pieces. You're probably saying, now, what the heck is a legacy piece? Well, I actually coined this phrase to refer to furnishings or memorabilia that someone inherits from their family that they can incorporate into their home. I like to call it legacy pieces. It just feels a little more substantial, right, than older furniture or older memorabilia. A legacy piece is not putting somebody's old dusty stuff in your sleek contemporary space. It's really more about figuring out how to honor the energy and memory of people that you care about by adding something that they used, that they cared for, that they touched, that they cherished in your home. You might have inherited something, or maybe inherited is too grand a word. Maybe you just got something from someone and you're like, what am I going to do with that? I don't know how to mix that. So when my mother transitioned several years ago, I created a legacy memory vision board kind of a thing, and it included notes and cards that she had written, and part of her favorite handbag. I just took a little piece and put it in there. A pair of her earrings, and I put some photos. Now I chose things that I felt had made a significant impact on my life, and I wanted to carry that energy and her memory forward into my home and my space. Now that was a memory kind of a vision board. It technically wasn't a vision board, but it was like a memory board, and it was very powerful. I had it hanging by my front door, and when visitors would come, they would always remark and say, "Oh, they just felt that it was important." And it just gave me a lot of joy. And I want to share some benefits that you can receive by including legacy pieces in your home. Okay. This can be done, and it can be done well and tastefully. And you can blend that. I like to call it blending modern and vintage together. Number one, you will be using the first principle of the Furaha method of joyful design, which is honor yourself. Fill your home with stuff you love and cherish. And number two, you can pass down something to cherish and maintain a family story and family folklore. Having legacy pieces is a great way to say, oh, that piece right there, that came from your grandmother, or that came to your grandfather, or we got that when we traveled together. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff. Three, it increases pride in your family and in yourself. Number four, it's a marvelous way to teach family history. And then five, possibly you could be creating some generational wealth. Now, don't sleep on items gaining value as time goes by. And also, I actually recently learned from my son. He loves to collect vintage t-shirts and clothing. I was absolutely gobsmacked, shocked at how much a bag that he had. I was actually thinking of donating the bag to the thrift store, and he about freaked out. And I said, "Oh my goodness!" When he explained it to me, I said, "Oh, generational wealth in what I thought was an unassuming bag." Now, don't forget to take that sip every time I say design. All right. Um, I'm going to be sharing with you all ways for you to add those legacy pieces in your home. But first, every week, I got to do my weekly DDT shout outs, right? I am very excited to have these faithful members of my DDT. That's my Dopenificent Design Tribe. These are folks, they watch my makeover videos, they comment on them, and they even have hired me to be their designer. So if you're in the audience tonight live, make sure you drop drop a comment in the comment section. This week's shout outs go to Geneva Renee. Now, this is my line sister. She hired me twice to design spaces in her home. Number two, Dr. Rowe. Oh my goodness. If you guys are not following Dr. Rowe on Instagram, that's a tough. She gives that health advice. She's been on lots of TV shows before. Follow her. Sylvia Ballinger. Thank you, Soror. She is such a dynamic, absolutely awesome person. She also hired me to design a space in her room. Mitri Walston, Nicole Thompson Adams. Nicole is a fantastic real estate agent in New York, in the New York City. And then Tony Blackman, my Bison sister from Howard University. Thank you, everyone. And listen, if I didn't shout you out this week, show some love, and I can shout you out next week. All right, next up, how to include legacy pieces in your home. Those pieces, adding those types of pieces, it's really a great way to create what I call a custom on a budget experience. I always talk about doing things the custom on a budget way. And now technically, custom is defined as being made or performed to personal requests. That's sort of the Webster's dictionary definition. I'm not quite referring to bespoke furnishings, although you could take let's say an antique chair or a vintage chair, and you could bespoke it. You could customize it by changing out the fabric and maybe even some of the form on it. But I'm really more so referring to how do you repurpose and rethink furniture pieces and decor items. Now, most people are going to have family pictures. That's fantastic. That's a marvelous way to have that legacy energy and honoring in your home, and you inherited some family pictures. In fact, My uncle, who actually just deceased, transitioned last year, sent all of us kids pictures of it's my mother's brother. He sent us photos of their family pictures when they were young, and I actually framed them beautifully, and it really showed great care and attention to making them really special. And it's a great spot in my home where I get to see them, and anyone who comes in my home gets to see, again, a legacy moment in my home that I'm honoring my family. But I really want you to think more about furnishings. In fact, don't be shy about saying, hey, that's something I would love to have in my home. I would love to honor and carry that energy forward. Now, if you don't have a, good rapport, maybe with a great aunt or, a grandparent or something, just sit back and see how things go. But if you do, make sure you speak up and let someone know that you notice that they have nice things, and you have something that you want to retain and make it special in your home. So before I share some options, I'd love to hear from you all. Do you have some things that you've already incorporated? Again, I like to say legacy pieces or inherited furnishings that you've incorporated into your space that you're really excited about it. If you're watching the replay, make sure you hashtag replay. Drop in there. What pieces are you already incorporating into your space? Really, in every room in my home, I have what I would call a legacy piece. Now, this piece is not a piece that I inherited, but it's something that I intentionally wanted with meaning and age. So I bought a piece of mid-century modern furniture. It's called a guitar pick table by Lane Furniture. And bought it because it was exactly this. It was made the same year I was born, and I love having that piece in my home. I always joke and say, "Hey, we're the same age." I'm referring to the table, but it's just a really cool piece, and it's actually one of the more unique pieces of side tables because it's literally shaped like a triangle, which is hence why it's called a guitar pick table. And so that's another cool way to create a legacy piece. So that piece of furniture, I can pass that on to either my son or one of my nieces or nephews, or even a friend, if that's the route that I choose to go. So people have lots of cool things. There's lamps, there's ashtrays. One of my friends, she collects 1960s ashtrays, and I mean they are funky, and you don't even have to use it as an ashtray. You could put jewelry in it, you could sit it on coffee table, and put candies or something in it. There's repurpose ways to repurpose things and use them in a way that they had not originally been intended to be used. So I have 7 recommendations for you of how you can incorporate legacy pieces in your home. These are ideas, okay? And the first one is something that I actually just did recently. You can frame magazines, all right? I have a 1964 and a 1977 issue of Ebony magazine, the legendary Ebony magazine, right? And the 1964 copy of the magazine actually has a picture of Julian Bond on the cover, and I named my son after Julian Bond. So I took the covers of the magazine. So that meant I did have to separate the magazine itself from the covers, but they were in a safe place. And I had them framed, and oh, they look so cool. The 1977 edition of that magazine cover is all about the Black woman. So it just turned out that I have one cover with the photo of Julian Bond on it, and the other with this powerful Black woman. You see her full figured, and she's strutting her stuff and coming into her own. And that's a great way to carry forward something that you might think you just want to throw that stuff away. It's just collecting dust. And if you have, do some research. I always encourage folks to do some research. Also, you might have an old Ebony or Jet or Life or there's so many of those collectors magazines. You might have something that's worth some money, depending upon who's on the front. You can even frame letters. You can frame handwritten recipes, material from clothing items that someone made. So framing something is a fantastic way to keep that legacy inherited energy, an inherited piece in that legacy energy. Family photos, number two. Definitely, I mentioned already about how I did my family photos, but here's another idea. You can consider having even contemporary photos as well as photos that are already black and white, have all the photos printed in as black and white, and then frame everything in a matching frame, so you create a monochromatic schematic, and group and collect and maybe even do it in a collage style. That's something a little more unique than and hang them on the wall. That's a little more unique than maybe sitting those pictures on a console or a sideboard or something like that. Rugs, rugs, vintage, good quality vintage rugs make fabulous legacy pieces. So when you're going in grandma or great aunts or great uncle's home, look down, see what's on the floor. You let them know that you appreciate that. Okay. I'm not trying to be morbid, but none of us get out of here alive, right? We all transition on at some point. And so I really do believe that it is worthwhile and thoughtful to put some meaning into what happens to furnishings that we've cared for and we've poured our love and energy into, as well as our loved ones around us. Next, find wall art. Wall art. Don't throw away grandma's paintings, okay? Don't just go, oh, that's just trash, all right? Check it out, do some research. Again, I personally have not had this happen to me yet, but I do know of people who have found out that something that was hanging in their grandparents' home turned out to be worth a couple of coins. All right. So don't pass up the wall art. A sofa. Let me tell y'all, good quality frames are utterly priceless, absolutely priceless. Stuffing, you can have a sofa reupholstered. You don't even have to keep the upholstery that's on a sofa. But if the frame, and like I said, if it has good bones, maybe you like the lines of the sofa, invest in that, because a quality piece with that good hardwood kiln wood frame is priceless. Drapes and curtains, that's number six. Drapes and curtains can be repurposed, y'all. You could repurpose, but depending upon the fabric, you could recover an ottoman. You could recover some kind of a small bench with great curtains. You can make them into pillows, or you could just reuse them as curtains or drapes in your own space. In fact, one of my DDT shout outs, I used an old curtain, gorgeous fabric, to recover a bench in her digital recording lounge, and she was just blown away. It turned out amazing and awesome. And so, repurposing drapes and curtains is another phenomenal way to incorporate legacy pieces and inherited items into your own home. Now, let's talk a little bit about furniture, cabinets, desks. I'm actually just have a new client that I'm redoing her basement in a small office, and she is repurposing her furniture from her childhood home that she's had in storage. We're going to take her vanity desk, which she used as a child, and repurpose it and turn it into the desk for her office area. I can't wait to get into that. It's right up my alley. It's that custom on a budget way to do things so that we keep more items out of the landfill and we bring those good memories and that care and that love. Her mother and her family purchased those items for her when she was a little girl, and we're going to give them a brand new life. I can't wait to create a video and share that with you all. Tables. Tables also, preferably wood, but certainly when you get into the 60s and the modern furniture where plastic and metal really began to be used, you want to pay attention to those types of items as well. How can you recorporate? How can you incorporate those types of pieces into your home? Whenever I flub a word, I call that my Oprah moment. If you guys don't know how Oprah she said she found her voice when she stopped being Barbara Walters. And anyway, go look it up. It's just fun. That's my Oprah moment. So anyway, look for things and ways that you can incorporate. So let's say you're thinking, well, Denise, I kind of have a traditional style, where my furniture is really traditional and I couldn't inherit like a lava lamp. Well, maybe you don't put that in your living room. Maybe you put it in like a family room, or you put it in, maybe you have a game room, or you have an office, and maybe it's something small enough you could put on a bookshelf. There is a way, trust me, for you to relax and incorporate items into your space. So, chest of drawers is another thing. I have a gorgeous Art Deco chest of drawers. It's one of my favorite pieces. Art Deco is a period from the 1920s, started in the 20s, and it's beautiful. The veneers on there are made to make the furniture look more expensive than it is, and it's really cool. So it's chest of drawers, desks, side tables, wood furnishing, eating table. These are great ways to make your home feel more timeless and more classic. And I really am referring to helping you create an environment that it will look welcoming and fresh, really for years to come. And you'll look around and say, oh my goodness, okay, I got that from Denise, or this reminds me of my uncle, and tell a story to family and friends. And so I would love to know which of these ideas appeals to you. Drop it in the comments. If you're watching the replay, make sure you put it in the comments and I will respond. So every episode, I honor my first two design mentors, my mother, Donna Jean, and my auntie, Aunt Larmay. Some of you heard my story before. I grew up in 13 different homes from the time I was born to the time I was 17. And no, we did not live in the army. My mom became a master at moving us from place to place. And she made each new place feel like home. I learned a lot in that situation. I learned how space affects your feelings. And I learned that it's really important to have things that have meaning around you. Now, one of my favorite pieces I remember from my childhood was we had a tulip base breakfast table. And the tulip table is like a famous table. The person who designed its name just popped out of my head. But this was like it was not an original, because of course once the tulip table became famous, then everybody started making them. But the table was so cool, and it had these semi-egg shaped chairs, and the chairs had corduroy fabric on them, y'all, brown corduroy. And it was perfect for my rough and tumble brother and my sister and I. That is one of my most favorite pieces from child. Now that set is long gone, but I tell you, if somebody has that set full, that baby is worth some money today. Okay. And it's in good condition. The fabric's not worn out and everything. So listen, hold on to those legacy pieces, because back in the 70s, everybody had one of those tulip table sets. Now, my personal design approach focuses on creating fresh, vibrant, welcoming spaces. I do a blend of contemporary, modern, and classic pieces, and it makes rooms timeless and inspires joy for a lifetime. Let me know if this is some good stuff, y'all. I'm having a great time. I hope that you are getting something good out of this. So every week, y'all always want to know, what video should you watch? So I'm going to drop on y'all what the video of the week is. Oh my goodness. So y'all know y'all's favorite design assistant is about to come up. She over there pumping her arm, talking about whoop, 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 whoop. Sustuh Linda, for those of you who might be watching the show for the first time, Sustuh Linda is my alter ego design assistant, and she's a riot. Oh no, she's a trip. Let me just tell the truth. She's a trip. So yes, you get to come. You go. So last week she acted like she wasn't going to come. Anyway, she'll be on shortly. This week's video highlight is 5 tips to quickly define your design style. I hear this a lot. When I start to work with a client, I ask, what's your design style? And they eyes kind of glaze over and they go, not really sure. So I did a video to help you out. It's a perfect video for you to watch to complement what we've been chatting about in today's episode. In the video, one of the 5 tips I share is for you to gather pictures of rooms that you really like, and you can use online sites like Pinterest and house.com. You can look at finished rooms, that's both outside and indoor rooms, and it's really going to help you. But really, watch the video. It's a brief video. It's under 2 minutes, I think. And this video will give you fantastic tips to help you define your design style. And why is that important? Well, because whether you're going to do DIY or you're going to hire a designer, it's valuable to know your design style so that you know the base that you're going to create in a room in terms of design. Yeah. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Okay. She is over there having a conniption fit. So listen, y'all. It's time for Sister Linda to come hit the seat. And so at this time, we're going to take a little 90-second break. Make sure you fill your cup, everyone. And when we come back, Sister Linda, my alter ego design assistant, she's going to share this week's Dopenificent List. We do that every week. She's going to share the favorite meme of the week and her favorite TCB, taking care of business, the Sister Linda way. We'll be right back. Whatever. Okay. All right. Listen. Hey, what's going on, good people? So listen, this is some kind of goodness right here. So okay, all right, here we go now. Y'all go meet me at the beach. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. Yeah. Last week I was there. I was kind of scared because y'all know I ain't never been to the beach because I'm scared of the ocean. So I had said I wasn't gonna ever go, but I think I kind of changed it up now. I forgot to say, hey everybody. I'm Sister Linda, SUSTUH Linda. Me and Denise, we go way back. I say this every week, but it's true though. Third grade, Franklin Elementary School on Franklin Street in Omaha, Nebraska. She's my homegirl, y'all. That's my homegirl. So anyway, this is my favorite part of the show. I'm gonna do the Dopenificent List. Now, this is where we tell y'all recommendations of things that you can do. And so this is the end. Yeah, this is the end of the Black History Month, but it's Black History 365. So we do 3 different things. So this week we got a decor item, and I'm gonna give y'all my favorite meme, and then we're gonna do our Black designer this week. So recommendation: Egypt Shirai. Oh, that's a bad sister. Me and her, we got a lot in common. Yes, we do. She like to speak her mind just like me. Anyway, she got a show on an HDTV called Married to Real Estate. Y'all should watch this show. It's a good show. She's a bad mamma jamma too. Now, a decor item. This is our recommendation for the week. Repurpose something in your home. Go look in them closets and look in the garage, look in the attic, repurpose them. Hey, you might find a family legacy piece. That's what you might find. And repurpose that thing and do something good with it. Because Denise gave y'all, she pretty good at what she do. I heard her giving y'all some good advice in there. Yeah. Now, here's my favorite meme. Now, this is called the 5 reminders. This is the 5 reminders meme. Number 1, you are unapologetically dope. And 2, you are amazing. 3, you young and gifted no matter your age. 4, you are enough. You are enough. 5, you are a true lituation. No, not a situation, a lituation. Okay? All right, so that's our Dopenificent List. Now, Dopenificent means something so bad, so tough, so unique. It's beyond dope. It's Dopenificent. Now, the TCB. Taking care of business, advice on life from Sustuh Linda. Yeah, yeah. I added the advice on life. She over there talking about what I add that for, because that's what I do. It said every week I'm giving y'all advice on life. TCB, taking care of business. Here, I want you to think about how valuable you are to the whole wide world. I know sometimes it don't feel like it, but it's true. No matter what you feeling. And the truth is, y'all mean so much to me. Y'all been so kind to me over this social media. I ain't never know nothing about. Denise got me out of hibernation. That she did it. She got me out of hibernation and pulled me on, because I ain't know nothing about no social media and all of this. So anyway, y'all so smart. Y'all are so bright. She showed me the messages some of y'all sent me, but you important. Okay, you are valuable. All right, you is important. Y'all bring something valuable to everything you participate in, and don't you ever forget it. Don't you forget it. All right, that's right. That's right. And so that's the taking care of business, the Sister Linda way. And that's all I'm gonna say on that. But here we go. I think this might be my last show, because Denise, she got it. She got the flow. You got it. You got it. Go ahead with that now. Get on out of here. Yes, you got it. I mean, I got things I want to do. What you talking about? I ain't got nothing to do. I do. I got things. I'm gonna watch the Wonder Years. Uh, yeah. I got stuff to do. So listen, she always say we ain't gonna fuss on the air. We ain't gonna fuss on the air. Oh yeah. So anyway, I don't know. I might see y'all next week. Y'all let me know if y'all want me to come back. I don't know. Anyway, so listen, this been real fun and real good. And Design Love is a fun show. It's a fun show with good stuff. We love chatting it up about life and design, or design and life. And so anyway, I'm Sister Linda, and my homegirl Denise Joy. We're gonna see y'all next week on the Wind Down Wednesday edition. Well, I mean, maybe y'all gonna see Denise. We'll see about me. But next week, she gonna be talking about taking a deep dive into design styles. Y'all been good people here tonight, y'all. So I'm gonna see y'all. Well, we'll see y'all next week. Have a good one, y'all. Everybody, good time. All right now.